Corn.
Sounds delicious.
Soy corn.
Yeah.
Corn, corn, corn. Corn, soy, corn, corn, corn. Corn, corn, corn.
Okay,
corn.
I think they get the point.
You have I.
Liquor store corn.
Mm-hmm. Liquor store more corn. But I'm not. No, I'm like 35 minutes south of the loop.
Gotcha. Okay. But apparently to Aylin and Michael, that's not close enough to be calling yourself.
No.
Uh-huh. How long does it take to get a pizza delivered?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I suppose.
Well,
Pretty
from a fat boy's standpoint, that's pretty good. Huh? Teasing. Awesome. Well, what kind of musical influence did you guys growing up with? I mean, obviously you guys are very talented. The reason for being on the show. Who influenced you when you were younger? What kind of music did you listen to?
Man, I guess I don't know. Aylin, do you have?
Yeah, mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because Ryan Murphy actually asked me about this
Mm-hmm.
during one of my Last Chance performances. It wasn't aired, but strangely enough, Cher was a big
Really?
influence for me. I'm not kidding.
That's
Like, I
hilarious.
would just dance around my living room and being all like, "Do you believe?" Yeah, it was so funny. I can do a
see you
great,
doing
I
that
can do a
too.
great Cher impression now because of it. But
That's hilarious.
yeah, Cher's my girl.
And nowadays, who do you find yourself listening to?
Adele is my musical soulmate, and I know a lot of people say that, but
she's a wonderful singer. So
Adele and
I
Amy
can see how a lot
Winehouse
of
are
people.
my people for sure.
Oh, definitely. Who would we be surprised? Like if people still had CD changers and you had like a whole bunch of CDs in there, which one would surprise us? Like, is there anything sort of out of the norm
Okay.
that you will admit? Come on.
I'm like an open book. I tell people everything.
Perfect.
I had an obsession with the Cheetah Girls for a while.
From what was that, Disney or Nickelodeon?
It was Disney.
Disney.
I know every song.
Hilarious.
And I had a Cheetah Girls CD.
and
I'm
you used to
proud.
rock that
I'm
right
proud.
between your Snoop Dogg and I don't know, your Adele CDs where you'd find the Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Sisters.
Hilarious. That's awesome. Great answer. What about you, Charlie?
I
know you listened to some music growing up. What do you remember singing a lot of back when you were a kid?
My mom is actually, she was one of the first people who got me into, like, 60s rock, for instance, the Stones, the Who, the Doors. She loved the Doors.
Of course.
And, you know, when I first, I actually had this experience with the Doors. The first time I heard them was watching Apocalypse Now. You know,
okay,
it
yeah.
starts out with, you know, this is the end. And I was
Of
like,
course.
what is this? My mom's like, it's the Doors. And from there on out, the rest is history. But now I guess, I don't know, I've been really, really trying to, as vague and, like, nebulous as this sounds, I've been trying to just listen to people who have something to say. And that progresses all throughout. For instance, I've been on a Fleetwood Mac kick for like the last couple months, listening to like Rumors over and over again.
It's a wonderful
Such a good album.
They have an iconic playlist. Yeah.
Yeah, like Early Dylan, the Velvet Underground and Nico is one of my favorites too.
Very nice.
It's all been just kind of loading itself into this big inspiration hopper.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it. I've never actually. I'm much older than you. I'm not going to give away my age, but I've never looked at music. I guess in that way.
27?
Exactly.
27.
I'm 31. But I've never looked at it in that way. You know what I mean? Looking for artists who have something to say, because, like you said, that'll span all genres of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll find world music. You may find some hip hop, some rap. Yeah, exactly.
Like Mozart's awesome.
Exactly. With a message, music with a message. That's great. What about your surprise? Is there a group in there that you listen to, or an artist that you're like, man, if anybody heard me listen to this, I'd get so much trash.
Oh yes, you would find a Spice Girls CD in my changer. Absolutely, I was a hardcore, diehard Spice kid. Me and my two sisters.
Hey, at least you own it.
Oh man, all
was
Spice
too.
Girls all day. All day.
My wife is the same. Sarah, we'll throw on Pandora and we'll clean the house or whatever, and a Spice Girls song comes on, and she's singing all the words from the other room. You know, all the front door is open. Can you not sing that so loud?
They had a song called Naked. Okay,
thank you.
It's a great note. You guys should do a cover.
I thought that song was so like controversial and awesome, and I used to like not take off my top, but I would like pull down so it looked like I was like naked and go behind the curtains in my living room and just sing and like put on little performances
Nice.
to Naked.
I'm sure that your conservative family loved that.
Well, I mean, it set me up for the person I am today.
Perfect. Which we love.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, you guys were thinking about performing some music today for us, weren't you?
Sure. If you guys want.
Yeah. Well, actually, why don't we go ahead? Why don't we go ahead and set some of that up, and I'll read some of the questions that we've got tweeted in. You can go ahead and grab your gear if you want. all your stuffs.
Absolutely. I'll be right back, yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna try for all of you listening out there. I am gonna try and get to a few of these. Some of the pertinent ones. If there's any silly questions, geez, I don't know if I'm gonna answer all of them. Let's see here. I have a question from someone, Rebecca, at Miss Rebecca Beth. They want to know if you blimp Chaylin.
If we blimp Chylene.
Chylene, yeah, that's what I'm...
Blimp
Yeah, do you
Chylene.
blimp Chylene? Huh? That's the Tumblr stuff?
That's our shipping name.
Oh, right.
Chylene spelled, yeah, like that.
That's a funny question to ask. Because,
What does
I mean,
blimping mean? Does that mean, like, do you promote it? Do
okay,
you...
long
we were-
story.
yeah.
It's called shipping. Okay, when
Right,
you like
you know.
see couples on TV, or you put two people together and you just love them together.
Got you. Right. Oh, I
And-
understand.
And Charlie over here was like, you don't have to just ship Chylene. You can blimp Chylene.
You can
like,
hovercraft Chylene. You can. It's like any mode
Gotcha.
of transportation you can do to any two people and call it like a pairing. Like you can jetpack Chylene. It's
so
fine.
of course we blimp it.
Nice.
Yeah, blimp.
Glide it. All that
We
stuff.
glided.
Rachel Pearson wanted to know. She's at Miss Rachel I. Is there a chance that you'll be on Glee? Is there a chance that Aylin is going to be on Glee?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's up in the air.
Because according to her, it'd be smart if Ryan Murphy worked that in somehow. Huh?
That would be wonderful.
Right?
And I'm completely open to it.
Sarah, my wife, had a wonderful idea. You know how they still have competitions and stuff on Glee where they've got in all these whole different set of choir people who come in.
Mhm.
Why haven't they looked to the Glee project for you to be one of the competing teams? You know what I mean?
I mean,
you
that
guys
would
have,
be
you
so
guys-
much
wouldn't that be
fun. Hey,
awesome? It seems like
I
you-
always thought, yeah, it'd be great. Like get all of us and like make us into like a
That's what
choir
I'm
for,
saying.
like, a
You guys
special guest appearance. That'd
exactly.
be hilarious.
You
That
could
actually-
have guys could have been the nemesis or the new nemesis for the group.
Funny-
Clearly, I would be the Lea Michelle of that team.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Funny enough, though, my roommate he announced this now, so it's all been announced. But
Who's your roommate?
my roommate Eric Cicada is actually going to be in this new choir that they're developing on the
So,
show.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
wonderful.
I mean, I can't talk anymore about that.
I got you.
but,
I met Eric briefly at a
he's
the show.
he's
Yeah,
gonna be
very
on.
nice guy. Congratulations, Eric. That's
yeah,
great.
it's wonderful.
That's awesome. That's how nice is it though to have like the inside track on some of the cool shows,
Oh,
some of the
it's
cool
so
stuff,
nice.
isn't it? You feel all Hollywood. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Dominic Bucci at can't read it. It's all small. At Fendi Gucci Bucci. Yeah, Fendi Gucci Bucci.
Nice.
I get it, Dominic. That's funny.
Cool.
He asks Aylin. Same question. Are you the person that's going to be on Glee? He said, stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and find out.
Just bombard Ryan Murphy with a bunch of tweets. Be like, come on,
Yeah,
dude.
do it, guys.
Get off your rump.
Tell Ryan you
Get him on
want
the
me.
show. Let's see here. What else we got? Rebecca Sims at Sims001. Aylin and Charlie, do you have any weird fears or phobias? Sounds like you have a gaggle, huh?
Where to begin?
What's a weird fear or
That's
phobia
not-
of yours
it's not
that you can
pointed
share
right
with the
now.
listeners?
Nothing pointing at you, is it?
Huh?
Nothing pointing at you right now, is it?
No, that's OCD. That
Oh,
has nothing
well,
to
I
do
thought it
with
was
fear.
a fear. I thought OCD was phobia. Maybe.
No,
No.
everybody else
I
is
have,
afraid of
I
it. Kidding.
have a fear of feet and belly buttons.
Really?
Yeah.
Like people's bare feet near you or something, you mean?
Oh.
Or-
And like,
Wow, nail on the
if,
head
any,
there.
if anyone touches their belly button, like, no joke, I will throw up.
I've seen. I mean, when someone says it, I had to tap it. She's not kidding.
No.
It's so funny. But I mean,
What
also,
if like somebody was running through a crowd, fell
it's a
down,
little funny.
and their like foot got stuck in someone's belly button? Like their big toe.
Okay,
I'm
all right,
sorry.
yeah,
All right.
we.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Charlie, you want to help us here? Change the subject. Which
That's
you got a fear or
Oh
phobia?
man. Well, I mean, like I have typical. I have like typical fears. Like spiders, wasps, dying alone, the dark. Like all these tiny little like
That's boring.
things.
though.
But you're right. They're boring,
That's-
boring fears, and they're also rational.
At least mine were
I
like
agree.
crazy and.
Yours are
funny.
creative. I like yours.
So you know what?
Kind
There's
of.
one.
Uh-huh.
It's not exactly a fear, but you know how there's like this
Tell us.
there's this texture on some fabric. It's almost like a velveteen. It's like a very shortly cut, like kind of velvety.
Okay. I know what you're
Have you
talking
ever-
about.
If you run your fingernails across that, the feeling that happens from that just freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
It freaks me out. And
Oh,
also,
what about your Okay, he has this really really weird thing that if
Uh-huh.
you touch
Oh.
him like in between like his collarbone,
just like right here
he
between
like
the collarbones.
stops breathing.
Well, okay, wow, thank
It's
you. All right, I
really-
feel like she just gave away. I feel like I'm like a putty from Power Rangers, and
So
she
if
just
you
gave
ever-
away that you have to punch the
If
Z.
you ever want to make Charlie
hilarious.
stop talking, just like like
Just
put
barely
it. Just put, yeah.
Do you,
right
like, start
It
gasping, or?
feels like I'm being choked.
It's a great
and I don't know
tool.
why.
It's a very great tool.
Goodness, that's hilarious. I can't tell you how many people I know or have known that I would love to have been able to do. It's like a silent button, basically, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Charlie
no,
has a
wait
silent
minute.
button.
No. It's not a silent
It's
button.
wonderful.
It's a what are you doing? Get off button. It's a panic button, not a quiet button. I
Well, in
promise
any
you.
case, it's
Well,
very entertaining.
Apparently. Just thinking about it, I'm dying over here.
I will touch your belly.
That's hilarious. Now they're threatening each other with their phobias. Great. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. Rebecca Sims again at Sims001. What was it like having cameras pointed in your face almost 24/7 when you were on the Glee project?
It was hard getting used to it at first.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But then, like, it became second nature. Like, I was in that house for, like, 2.5 months
Right.
with cameras on me all the time. And, like, you don't even
Kinda phase them
realize
out
that
after a
they're
while.
there anymore.
Because it's a lot
Yeah.
more obtrusive than, like, now, I mean, we're in a podcast theater and the cameras are above us and
Oh, yeah.
pointed at us, and they're easy to kind of
We have,
ignore.
like, these gigantic
But if I had, like, a
cameras.
sound boom in my, you know what I mean, just looming over my head for, you know what I mean,
Well,
while
we
you're
were
just
usually
trying.
mic'd up, so we didn't have sound booms, but, I mean, with a camera right in your face all the time, everywhere you go.
You had a minimum of what, 2 people? You got the camera guy and whoever's watching his gear or whatever.
Well, we had, like, four
Four.
camera guys and then a bunch of
Jesus.
sound guys.
Yeah.
It was 4 camera people, but it was usually when we were shooting the stuff like reality, like
Right.
you know when we're in the house and just hanging out.
Right.
It was
Well, that makes
usually
it sound like it's scripted. It wasn't scripted.
no. It wasn't scripted. But it was usually 2 camera people and then a couple of guys on
That part of
sound.
it.
Who, by the way, like it's funny because the sound and the camera people sort of became like. They became our very strange friends, in that like we all loved
that's
them,
a
but we
strange
couldn't,
phenomenon that
couldn't
happens on reality
acknowledge
television
their
shows.
presence.
It
But
gets
like
super
we loved them
personal,
so
like, during
much.
Last Chance performances too, because it's just us in the room rehearsing
Right.
with a camera guy.
Right.
So you're like singing
So he's
your heart
kind of going
out
through
with a
that
camera guy.
experience with
truthfully,
you.
and
Yeah.
like, and I would always just hope, like, we'd be hoping to get like the camera guy that would like there's one of the camera guys, Jamie, is like just the coolest dude ever. And when I did a Last Chance performance, I think it was week 5, no, week 6.
Right.
I walked into the room and I see Jamie, and I'm like yes, like I got Jamie.
A weird sort of comfort
We
for
had
you.
a
That's
great
awesome.
crew. They were all
Mhm.
amazing, and like they loved us, and we loved them so much. So it was.
They
it was
they
really
put
nice.
out an excellent product. No, I loved watching the show. More so than even the Glee, even Glee.
Yeah,
Even
some
to be
people
honest with
say
you,
that.
the Glee.
Well, they've gotten the Glee. The first thing that attracted me, I've always loved musical theater. So
Mhm.
when they started doing mashups, I was all about it, like
Oh,
performances.
mashups are wonderful.
And they've moved away from that a bit. Like there hasn't been very many mashups. One of my favorite ones was one of the most technically difficult ones for them to do was the Singing in the Rain
umbrella.
Yes, umbrella.
Yes, dude.
That was dope. Where they're dancing in like 3-4 inches of water
Uh-huh.
and that beautiful
That's
choreography.
so glad we had
beautiful
2
visuals.
mashups on the Glee project.
Mm-hmm.
Moves Like Jagger and Milkshake.
Yeah.
My jam.
She was
All-
watching
I
that
think
today.
all of our jams.
Watching
My
Nelly,
jam.
like I
All of
thought
our
they
favorite
really meant
songs.
it was a milkshake. Like that's what I thought it was.
She's
Like
really
if I
good.
teach you how to do this, that's going to economically damage my business.
Yeah.
Like, it was very funny to hear her talk about that. Her take on the whole, whether it was real or not, whether she was just goofing or not. It's very funny. It's all about shaking the junk in the trunk, Nelly. That's what Milkshake Song's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know. All right, a couple more, and then we got to get to your songs because I'm sure they're tired of hearing me talk here. Let's see, one from Allison. Ask Charlie, what's your favorite method of transportation other than shipping? We talked about that. He likes to blimp and hoverboard.
I like the Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. One of the good fans of the show, Pam at Pam Fredes. It's her birthday, actually, right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Pam.
There you go, Pam. Happy birthday to you from all of us here at the show. All right, that's enough of those. Anybody that I missed, I apologize. Maybe we can get a personal answer, some video phone or something for you guys later. I wanted to get to your music.
Awesome.
What are you going to be singing for us right now?
First thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Take the mic, guys.
First one is called Poison and Wine by the Civil Wars.
Would it be possible Aylin, would it be possible for you to use that mic and then?
Yeah, let's mic you all up all over the place.
Okay. Do I have to
do we have
change
any
my
chord length
headphones?
No.
Cool. So I'll move.
Oh, that is strong. I mean, heavy.
I'll point this one, I guess, downward towards the guitar.
Oh, God. Oh,
And
God.
then this one at my face.
There you go.
Wonderful.
It's like a night out in West Hollywood.
Oh.
What? I didn't say anything. Sorry.
The imagery is so strong. So strong.